lot about soil fertility. Making a homemade fertiliser is a great step to ensuring you get better quality of soil, but it goes even deeper than that. Recently, I read a study that showed that the health of our gut is reflected by the health of the soil. There are millions and millions of bacteria that are meant to be in our soil, just as there are millions and millions of bacteria that are meant to be in our gut. But are they? Think about the state of soil in Britain. We've been industrially farming for a long time now. Monocultures of crops, fertilisers, pesticides. We've really been raping our soil of its brilliant bacteria that we really need. But how can we put this right? That's what we've got to look at.
No.
Careful. You've got to be careful of the plants, sweetheart.
Yeah.
So I'm going to show you a way that we're going to start to put the soil right. Come on, let's go. We have a 3-tier compost system here. This here is our green garden waste. In here is our accelerator, and this is our airing and waiting section.
So tell us about making compost, Juliette.
So when making compost, it's important to get the balance right between green waste and brown waste. We start off our compost mix with our food waste. There's some ash in here from the fire, but this is our
the food waste is in the green category.
So we're going to pour this in. This is our green waste.
Green category.
Going in.
So next let's put something in from the brown. And what we got there? Newspaper.
So we've got some newspaper here. Newspaper, you can use ash from the fire, you can use twigs, sawdust. That's going in, and Eliar thoroughly enjoyed ripping that up, so it was a good family project.
And we've got some lawn cuttings, fresh lawn cuttings.
Fresh lawn cuttings right here from mowing the grass today.
Big lot of them, equal amounts, yeah.
On top.
That's obviously green, isn't it? And then we've got some, what we've got down there, some dried out garden.
Some
old twigs and stuff.
Cleaning up the garden, so we're going to put in, as we said, equal amounts of this. The other thing that you can put in, which works really well, is old soil from hanging baskets.
And we've got some down there.
Baskets.
No, I've got some down there.
Right here.
Yep.
So we're going to pour that in. This is some of last year's compost.
Obviously it's lost a lot of its nutrients, but it's good on the top there.
Invigorate it.
And then we're just going to pour some of our activator, a little bit of that.
So we've got
what
our
we made.
Fertiliser in
Fertiliser. How's that smelling, Juliette, now?
It's getting there.
Getting there.
It's getting a bit
just
of a
little bit of it. Just a little bit of a blessing.
Another thing that you could always do, obviously, in your compost is pee in it.
That's fine. Great, just a little blessing of that. So there we go. Let's just get a shot of inside. Oh, look at all that good stuff in there. Lovely. So there's so much you can put in, and then how long, once it's filled up, will that take?
Once this is filled up, this will take a year to 18 months. When this is full, we'll obviously move on to the next bit, and we'll move this on so that we can keep going. Because obviously, whilst this is filling up and setting, we want to be able to keep creating more.
So we move to this one.
We'll move over here.
So this one here, Juliette, you just remove these slats.
We'll just lift the slats up.
Yep, demonstrate for people.
I don't think I can.
You just lift that front slat up. That's it. That's it. And then so all these slide out.
These all slide out.
And then you dig it out, and you'll have loads of good compost in there. That's fantastic.
And there'll be brilliant compost inside there, so that can all be dug out.
And
obviously, with compost, a lot of people go to the shops and buy it. A lot of that compost does have peat in it, and peat is a really endangered thing now. We really want to protect our peat bogs. So they're environmentally very important. So if you are going to buy compost from a shop, don't buy it with peat. Look for peat-free. But even better, make your own. There's another reason why this compost bin has been so solidly built. This doubles up as a compost toilet. There's nothing better for your compost than your own poo. So we're going to move this ladder into place, like so. We're going to climb up. You're going to come up with me. Woo! Families pooing together.
So Juliette, what you're saying is that you can actually crap In the compost heap.
You can actually poo in the compost heap. That's
poo in it, and obviously you'd then cover it up with some of those things we talked about.
The paper and the sticks and the grass cuttings, because again you want to keep that balance.
And the soil and or sawdust. We don't want all the insects getting in there. But if you're, I mean, if you're talking about putting your own crap in the compost, surely you'd have to leave it for a certain amount of time to decompose. You wouldn't want to put that on your garden, would you?
No, that would need, as we said though, we're going to be leaving this for a year to 18 months for that to decompose.
Good 18 months for the old humans.
You can then use it. And what better to fertilise your garden than your own poo?
So where we are, it's a cottage that's, you know, 400 years old, and the fertility of the ground here would have been maintained, wouldn't it, by human shit? It
would. I mean, if you think about it, human poo has been used for centuries,
thousands of years,
to fertilise the land. So why are we not doing it now? Why have we become so scared of our own poo? You know, it's become such a taboo subject, but it doesn't need to be. We can start re-empowering the soil with our own poo. So join me on the compost toilet.
in your own backyard.
In your own backyard. What better way to poo? And it's lovely being out in nature, looking at the trees, whilst you have a nice poo.
Thank you very much.
So thanks for joining Juliette's Kitchen. We'll see you soon. You waving bye-bye. Bye.
Bye.